I'm back, bitches. I'm back.
The shack, we revised the rear facade out near the canal. We added Vergola to the pool deck. If you've all been wondering how we got this far, it's because of the mastermind behind the engineer. Here he is, out here with his crayon. This is how it all gets designed, okay?
That's a 30.
Something with big ears?
It's a moon with knobs on.
Oh, is it?
That's the moon.
Does the moon have knobs on, Miss?
Height there.
Not even funny. We've got to cut the top off that. Because it looks shit and it's 800 wide. What's the fucking point of it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Bring it out to something like here. See that there? That's your overflow pit there.
Yeah, I can
There's your water.
Down, have you got a laser, Dan?
And then that's your overflow.
Hang on. RL.
You could be irrigating like,
So
it could cost you 10, 12 bucks a day, irrigation.
I don't care about the greenery.
Yeah.
I care about these trees. The boys love it when I make changes. So this area up here, as you can see, I've made a few different changes. Like at the front, I've made a few different tweaks and changes. Actually made a shitload. Out here, we're just going to do a little bit of a tweaking on here. These areas here, they're all wide rendering. We're actually going to put millboard in between those. So what we're going to do is cut that wall down through here, across, so that way it won't have that lip on it, which could be a tripping hazard as you come out of the bedroom there. So add some stairs in down through here, bring the dirt up a little bit, and we're going to add a planter box along there. Because anything over a metre, it seems is a tripping hazard, and we have to put glass balustrade along there, so we just want to avoid that. We've had to change the rear facade, the area close to the canal. Here it is as designed. We had to cut down the wall to get it to a compliant height. We added some panelling to give it some contrast, also to match other areas. To get a compliant height from the patio, we added a long planter box. We added a wide set of stairs that not only was it compliant, but allowed access from the laundry and bedroom. We're at the rear corner of the shack, and we're working out some challenges.
Digging a planter box, we're going to raise the block planter box to be a compliant height of less than a metre from this point down to the top of the planter.
Simply is, here, you can fall over 1,400 on the nice soft grass, major issue. If you fall into a planter box full of cactuses, roses, sharp stuff that's under a metre, good to go.
So we've got a couple of Tommy labourers here.
There we go.
These couple of lads here. Pretty Manchester United supporters.
So down the other end here, what's going on with this particular corner?
We have a set of stairs coming down from this landing. Well, the landing will continue out here. Some stairs coming around, matching in with the planter on the curve there. And then we'll pick up our landscape levels.
So everyone who actually liked Mark as a preferred interviewer than me, we were doing this because of Mark, because this lip here, we're all worried that Mark's going to fall, come out, walk into this lip and go over the edge.
So we walk through here gauging Mark like this.
Yeah, so that's how we worked out that. And also to make sure he doesn't trip into this lip and go over the edge.
After a few drinks.
So now he can go over and tumble down the stairs. That's also legal. Modified the size of the wall here. We're just going to do a test run, see if it's wide enough to walk through. Yeah, it is wide enough for Mark to walk through. Just.
I just got to lose a bit more weight.
The boys from NMC Concrete out here banging out the stair formwork.
And loving it.
Loving it. Loving it even better because they're in the shade. And it's Friday and we're not pouring. Boys have started the steel work for the stairs. As you can see, the steel work's coming in here where the steel's going to be. We've already cut off that section across there and they'll form up the planter box. And we'll most likely concrete that next week. Down at the pool level, we changed the fixed Vergola to a movable Vergola. The Vergola frame, we added two columns, one to pick up the column close to the canal and the other one over hidden behind a column on the house. Vergola blades can be closed, they can be opened up, and they can retract. The next phase here is we're going to put in the pergola or Vergola. Vergola moves, pergola solid, so this one moves, opens and shuts, as well as tilts the blades. The challenge was that where the column is going to be is right where some pipes are, and then the other column's going to be on over there on that corner. Another day in the shack. It's always gone wobbly when you see Dan on the tools. Oh,
I just got off the tools because I knew you were filming.
He did have a shovel in his hand.
Yeah, and you were looking concerned. I said, do you want to add another pergola somewhere else?
Yeah, Dan had a shovel in his hand, but that was purely just to hand it to the offsider there to use. I thought for a second that he was going to use it.
You know, when you look at me like that, there's always some kind of issue. There may be another pergola going in somewhere else on the job, or I don't know, whatever.
That's him saying, yeah, we really love the work. Thank you for...
This is what I've got to do.
Yes, viewers, Dan can actually use a shovel.
I'll throw it at you in a second.
It's a big vacuum hose, so I'm sure Dan would have been all over that.
Yeah.
So what's happening here, Dan?
John's decided to add a Vergola structure out here, so we've now got to excavate 3 metres down, fit that former tube over here.
Was that a surprise that when that, how long ago has that Vergola been on the cards?
It's been on there for a long time, but it hasn't been on there before we run all our pool services, which you can see we've cut off down here.
I can prove that is incorrect.
No, that's definitely not. That was one of the first things we done. So, that hole there needs to accommodate this cylindrical piece of formwork. We'll slide that down. We have reinforcement that goes down in this pour concrete, and that holds the Vergola base plate.
Since I've been away, you can hear Dan's vocal causes more projection, so Mark's actually been a good influence on him.
Yeah, he's actually he actually done pretty well while he was here. Some bit of good input he's had.
For the viewers at home, he does look like the invisible man, but don't let it trouble you, he's a professional. Sorry. We're getting the tricky cantilever pergola footings poured today in this column here, and the alternative one over there, which has been a bit problematic, because you'll see the video with all the conduits and everything else in the way. So all your people out there thinking just bang a post hole in, it's a nightmare. I didn't think we'd get there. We're finally pouring one of the columns for the cantilever pergola. There you go. Friday afternoon, and I'm going to put the kiss of death in it. It's all going well. Viewers, I'm not sure why that individual's wearing a beanie. It's hot and he's wearing a beanie. This column's had a nightmare of a time in the block. It was made thicker, made higher, then cut down, and now we took it off completely and built it up again. It's got a lot of emotional scarring to this column. Had a big journey. Here we are, we're back in the shack, and we're happy to see the vibrators back. He's just thrown away the vibrator. So we're down at the Vergola. Dan was put on a lot of pressure to get all the measurements right. How's it looking so far?
Well, if you come down here with the camera, you can just sight that nice.
It is quite nice lined up.
Yeah, thank you, Frank. When we put the top structure on, that'll be when we see any. Fingers crossed.
I drew up a bit of a mock sketch, and the boys have built this whole frame from that, which is troubling. The infamous column that was thinner, fatter, wider, shorter, cut off completely. Now it's got a top on it. The Vergola looks quite big sitting next to the crane. Looked even bigger when we got it into place.
That hole's for them plugged in the tape, bro.
So we're down here with the Vergola. We're just trying to line it up, lining up it down through that side with the corner. As you can see, there's a corner post here and one over there. So big morning juggling around, trying to get the top of the Vergola lined up with the columns.
Yeah, I'm back. It's not good. John's having a meltdown.
I'm only having a meltdown because we've had the columns have been attached, welded, cut off, drilled on, moved up. None of the columns are actually where they originally were intended. Anyway, we're there now. Another Friday, late afternoon, we're pouring concrete. Dan's happy. The legends of NMC concreting, always happy, always pumped up.
Filming me. I'm meant to be in this state. You can't be filming me.
Okay, his face will be pixelated later. One thing is consistent, the concrete pumpers all look random. It's always a good day on the shack when the vibrator comes out. A horsepower vibrator, way to go.
Is this a strategy meeting or what are we doing? Am I filming this?
I think.
No, I think it's bloopers. I like these garage doors. They're pretty good. You might have to get one for mine. I think they're remote.
Yeah.
I like how they're all colour coordinated. They're wearing black.
That's we can sort that. That's fine.
Because it needs a column.
Seriously, no.
Okay. Let's go. We're calling it a wine storage. Leave that in there, wine storage. Bang, sort it. Yeah. There's a lot in here.
Holy shit. Look how small that cup is and you just spill it all over on the
Floorboards.
He was laying his arm down. Away.
With a code. Oh.
Thanks, Mom. I'm right on your knees. They come in here to know what I'm doing. All right.
This is how very important decisions are made on this build. Is we get together and we just
That's where the time, because that's the tundish down there.
just talk shit.